What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel for yet another Saints franchise episode, and we got a lot to do today, starting with some Cam Jordan trade offers. We got people like Damian Pierce, Patrick Peterson, Van Jefferson, Jacoby Myers, C.J. Gardner-Johnson. That's one that I'm really considering. He's still super young, and he's got the star development. Devon Hamilton, Wandale, Javon Hargrave, I was thinking about Fletcher Cox, Kader Kohu. With all of those picks, might be the move here because he's 24. He has star development, and he gets all the picks. J.C. Jackson is here. Jerry Jeudy. There's a lot of receivers here, actually. Kyle Fuller. But I think it came down to C.J. Gardner-Johnson versus the Dolphins trade, and ultimately I ended up going with the Dolphins trade to improve my pass defense. So as we get into our next part here, which is the training camp, of course, we do the same thing every single time. So you're going to get to see us once again attempt to not be complete idiots. As you see, our dude gets completely taken off the field there. We rip through another one. We push, we club out, and we hit Derek Carr, get up to bronze. Now the second one, we're going to end up ripping through. I hate these stupid spinning ones. They're just ridiculous. But that's what makes it more difficult. As you can see, I once again rip through, but I don't get the multiplier increase. Get the multiplier increase on that one, though. And I get through Derek Carr to get another bronze. So now we're just hoping that we can get gold in any way possible. As we're literally on the verge of silver, but not quite there. As we get up to 6 times, and we smack Derek Carr, and we end up getting a gold, thankfully. Now, same types of routes from Elijah Moore. As you see, that's a dot right in the back corner of the end zone. We're trying to get anything that we can here as he gets another 400, but we're struggling. This is very hard for us, and we miss it right there. To get bronze, but we get right into the game immediately. We still have nothing to do other than that because we have no cap space. So we get that tackle for loss immediately, and you see Baker Mayfield, he's trying to get there, gets about 9 yards back on that reception. 3rd and 4, he finds his receiver open as I get blocked by my own guy and can't get out there in time for that first down. So now they've got a fresh set of downs. They managed to get it just barely. I think that's Russell Gage, who's number 3 on the Bucs. And they hand it off for the second time, to Keyshawn Vaughn, who gets about 4. 2nd and 6, they dish it out once again, managed to get that first down. So now they're putting together a little bit of a drive here as Godwin finally gets to touch the ball for 6 yards. And we're kind of worried because if Baker Mayfield and the Bucs offense can put pressure on us like this, then just about everybody can. As once we switch off of Demario Davis, he manages to get a sack. And they just barely squeeze in this field goal to take a 3-0 lead. But look at this. We're taking it back with Rashid Shaheed. And look at this. Look at that hole. Look at those gaps. Rashid Shaheed could go all the way. And he gets tackled into the end zone for our first kick return touchdown of the year. Rashid Shaheed, what a guy. He's making big plays when it matters. And we just managed to not read that correctly, I guess. Mike Evans gets a big catch as Vaughn goes up for another 6 yards. But we still have the lead, and they managed to just barely squeeze it in there, and he breaks like 2 tackles, getting that first down. Russell Gage just becoming big for them. We just pop their tight end. I can't remember off the top of my head who that is anymore, but look at Demario Davis. He's perfect in coverage there, just about as perfect as it gets, and he still doesn't make that reception. Is wow. You see, I believe that was Lattimore coming across, full sending it, and now we get Davis in there who's gonna drop Vaughn for no gain. 3rd and 10. This is big. We can't allow a touchdown. As look at this. He just barely misses it. And unfortunately, Mike Evans gets that catch. Vaughn now to the 2-yard line. We're still looking. We're still waiting. We need to make something happen. 3rd and goal. Vaughn's still not able to go anywhere. So now we're just looking to hold, and Vaughn is going to be wide open in the end zone. Going to get a free touchdown there. 1 second left on the clock. We're going to hand it off to Kamara, get our offense finally started as he gains 2. 2nd and 8 now. Still looking to gain something. We're on the run. We're trying to throw it across to Foster Moreau, and it just doesn't get to him, which is so unfortunate. We end up getting it to Kamara on the next play, and this is where we do the ballsy stuff. If this goes wrong, then it's big for them, but we managed to get the first down, and we hand it off to Kamara once again afterward, who then gets another huge gain for us, 8 yards. So now we decide, you know what, we're going to give it back to him. He's going to get just about 1, and we're going to end up giving it to him once again because it's so short. And look at this. We're going to give it to him again for a 4th straight time in a row. This time he's going to go and he's going to get a big gain. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And once again, Kamara rushes for another first down. So we're really pounding this rock right now. One of the things we've been struggling with the most in this series is he gains another 9 yards. And it's beautiful to see. When the offense is clicking and the rushing yards are coming, then that's when we are at our best. So now it's 3rd and 3. We're trying to get it out, and Juwan Johnson makes that catch. So now 1st and 10, next play. We're going to go ahead and hand it off to Kamara, who's going to get a gain of about 6. 2nd and 4, we're going to hand it off here to Jamal Williams, who's going to go up, and he's going to get blocked by our own guy. So he's only going to gain about 3. 3rd and 1, he's going to get stuffed. So we're going for it on 4th and 2 because scared money don't make no money. So we got to make sure that we get into the end zone, and we ultimately end up finding our first down. So 1st and goal here. Kamara works his way up to the 1. We're going to run no huddle. We're going to hand it back off to Kamara, who's going to get dropped for a -3-yard gain. 3rd and goal now after the 2-minute warning. We're going to immediately drop. We're going to just throw it to Traquan Smith, who's going to get popped. But he's going to hold on. We're going to score a touchdown. So now we're up by 4. Baker Mayfield gets dropped on 1st and 10 for -14 yards. That's big for us. Vaughn getting about 6 yards there on the carry for some reason after they decide to run the ball 2 more times. So now it's 1st and 10. We have 30 seconds and 2 timeouts to make something happen. We ultimately try and get it out to Juwan Johnson, but it gets dropped, thankfully not picked. And look, we had him open X clear as day, but we were avoiding pressure, so we could not get it out to him. 3rd and 10, once again, we're avoiding pressure, don't get it anywhere, so we hand the ball back to the Buccaneers, who then literally run the ball once and then decide to do a little bit of an out route on 2nd down. So we go into the half up by 4, and we get the ball back. So now this is the opportunities we're going for. As look at Olave making a play. He's breaking 1 tackle. He's breaking 2 tackles. He's breaking 3 tackles. And look, he goes all the way. Olave making it happen for a big touchdown to go up by now 2 scores. They hand it off to Vaughn after a decent run back. So now it's 2nd and 10. Boom, he gets smacked again. 3-yard gain. So we're looking to make another stop. And look at this. Koo gets lost. And they find the first down. Now Russell Gage manages to juke out one of the defenders, but gets tackled not before getting a first down. Mike Evans is next. He breaks 1 tackle, but gets dropped after a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7, Mayfield throwing it immediately, not getting it out to Godwin. I was there in coverage with Demario Davis. Thankfully, Godwin once again now getting dropped. 4th and 2. This is big for them. They have to get this, and look at that. Just before the pressure gets there, Mike Evans breaks off of his defender and finds the first down. As on the very next play, they manage to find a touchdown, but they're going to go for 2 because they want to make it a 3-point game, but now they're down by 5 because they cannot convert. We decide to hand it off to Kamara on 1st and 10 the next play. 2nd and 11 now. We're looking to make something happen. Just trying to find anybody as we're trying to get it to Traquan Smith. We thought he could have had a step, and ultimately we end up turning the ball over. Our first big interception of this game to Levante David. That was the biggest mistake thus far. So 2nd and 8, now 3rd and 8, after a play, and Werner almost makes a huge play. They have to settle for a field goal, and now they're only down by 2 late into the 3rd quarter. So now 1st and 10, we're just trying to find anything. Everything seems to be covered. We decide to throw it and manage to just barely get it away. So we're looking, we just barely get it to Juwan Johnson. We should have thrown that a little bit sooner, I think. But ultimately it doesn't matter because we got the first down. Kamara on the next play gets 8 yards. And at this point, we're just kind of looking to run some clock out. We're up by 2, and we have a decent drive going. So as long as they keep giving us rush yards on the ground, decent chunks, we're going to keep pounding the rock. 2nd and 7, once again. And look at this hole. Kamara, once again, finding a big gain, taking us into the 4th quarter. We're pretty much knocking on the doorstep onto the 24. Kamara just gets tackled there after the defender shakes off his tackler. And we get it once again, 3rd and 7. Now we have to pass. Got to look for something that is open. And we ultimately find Juwan Johnson wide open coming across the middle of the field for a first down. So we continue to get to drive and waste a ton of clock. 2nd and 9 after that 1-yard gain. We're looking to see if we got anything. We dish it out to Kamara again, who manages to step out of bounds before he gets popped. And the very next play, we find Traquan Smith once again for a 1st and goal. And the very, very next play, Kamara waltzes in pretty much untouched for a touchdown. Another big, big touchdown. But the first play of this next one, I don't know what happened, but yeah, our defense got caught sleeping, literally. They go for a huge first down, almost into the red zone. So at this point, they're pretty much knocking on the door of the red zone, and they just about get there 1 yard off. Now 2nd and 7 for the Buccaneers. Mayfield throws it out to Mike Evans, who then drops it. We make a big play there, and they just decide to hand it off on 3rd and 7 for some reason. I don't understand why, but they managed to get the first down, so what do I know? Baker Mayfield, next play, 1st and goal. He's looking for his tight end, and we managed to just barely break that up. 2nd and goal, he finds his tight end, different tight end this time, and they end up getting in, going down 2. So now we have 3 minutes to run out the clock, and we've got to see if we can do so. 2nd and 13, after getting a minus carry, we get 6 yards there. So now we have to hope for a big play. We decide to go for a screen. When in doubt, screen it out, and Kamara gets some big blocks, manages to get a first down, which takes us to the 2-minute warning. So that means we get to hand off the ball to Kamara once again, who's going to gain 3 there. The Buccaneers are going to use their first time out. Kamara, the very next play, gets another 5. Second timeout. So we're going to hand it off one more time, see if we can get there, and they break off the tackles. So we get to 4th and 1, and this is the biggest mistake that I made this game by far. We get sacked, and that pretty much puts them into field goal range as Vaughn runs the ball once, and on the very next play, Baker decides to throw to Mike Williams, and in this point, I decide to let them score. That's because they were already in field goal range. If I don't let them score, they're just going to waste some clock, so I figured that this was the best way to get it done for myself. And look at Derek Carr in the first play. He's going, and Traquan Smith, he's down there somewhere. 2nd touchdown of the game for Traquan Smith. He's getting it done for us in big moments, and that's why we love him. Now on the 2-point conversion, we need to score this to make it a field goal game. We throw it to Prentice, who then gets bodied and knocked away. So now we're only up by 1, 1st and 10 with only a minute left, but they have no timeouts as he just barely misses Chris Godwin, and that was so close. You have no idea how close that was. The second play, I have no idea what that was. 3rd and 10, we really need this, really need to set up 4th as he steps out of bounds. Russell Gage not able to bring that one in. 4th and 10 now, and look at this. This is the play that always keeps getting us messed up. Mike Evans gets a kind of a deep ball. If he would have thrown that any deeper, they would have scored a touchdown. Thankfully, he was stopped. So now it's 2nd and 4 with 39 seconds left, and we have to make a play, and look at that. We just get there, get a sack, and they're going to run a no huddle on 3rd and 12. So they're looking for anything to throw the ball away. Now 4th and 12, this is the biggest play of the game for us by far. If they make this, they probably still can't get a field goal off, and they miss Gage, so we end up taking the divisional matchup 33-34. Derek Carr, I actually only threw 17 total passes in this game. I thought it would be more, and we threw 1 pick, a lot better on the ground for us, 102 yards with Kamara. Just an overall better game, better performance for us. You see Mike Evans had 131 yards. We have 84 with Tre'Quan Smith, 76 with Chris Olave. Kamara and Johnson got involved a little bit. We had some sacks by Granderson, Demario Davis, and ultimately Derek Carr just put on a great performance. He led us to getting 2,500 experience, and because of that, the next week we have a lot of upgrades. Tre'Quan Smith, Jamal Williams, Paul Sandebo, Rashid Shaheed, Brian Barisi, Isaiah Foskey. Like, we've got some big players to upgrade. So that's what we're going to do next week. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys like and subscribe, comment if you're new here, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.